Our City Resident City Commissioner promises to work together with the assistant RCCs and RDC, and Moyo youths urged to be organized to benefit from government support. Expect this in the NILEcast News Bulletin. A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILEcast on your West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumuringa Christine. Let's dive straight into the stories that have made headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Aurora Resident City Commissioner promises to work together with assistant RCCs and RDC. More youths urged to be organized to benefit from government support. And conman defrauds staff of Logiri SS of 35 million shillings in Aurora district. This and more in the NILEcast News Bulletin. It's the 22nd of April 2024. You're most welcome to the NILEcast on your West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Aurora City Resident City Commissioner Charles Ikogor has promised to work together with the newly appointed assistant RCCs and RDC for the prosperity and the sustainable development of Aurora City. Take a look. The Minister in charge of Presidency, Honorable Babiri Mili Babalanda, has opened up on the appointment of over 50 new civil servants to work in the office of the resident district and city commissioners as assistant RDCs and RSCCs, a newly created position different from that of the deputy RDCs and RSCCs. During an interview with Aurora City Resident City Commissioner Charles Ichogor promised to work together with the newly appointed assistant RCCs and RDC for the prosperity and sustainable development of Aurora City. He further called upon the general public to cooperate with the newly appointed assistant RCCs and RDC as they carry out their newly appointed duties.
I would like to thank His Excellency, the President of Uganda, General Itakuta Museveni, for appointing assistant resident city commissioners and assistant district commissioners. This is a boost to me. I call it a boost to the office of the president, to the office, particularly for us, to the office of the RCC. I have already received one of them, that is Ongom Poly, is being posted here as assistant resident city commissioner for Aivu division. Then I also got a call from Matua Jacob, who has been appointed assistant resident city commissioner in charge central division. Their main focus, as per the directive of His Excellency the President, is to promote patriotism. You know, one of the core values of NRM, core value number one is patriotism. So they will mainly be in charge popularizing patriotism in schools and outside school, so that people love themselves, people love this country, called Uganda. When there is love, there is peace, there is also harmony. They will also champion the fight against corruption. The assistant resident city commissioners and assistant RDCs are also going to be focused on that. One, we shall work as a team. Me as the head for Aurora City. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I will meet both of them, plus my deputies, so that we give them strategic guidance. And then they start work. I'm very proud, and I would like to thank the two for coming to join us here in Arua City, and I promise to work shoulder by shoulder with them for the prosperity, for the sustainable development of Arua City. And I call upon the public, the population of Arua City, to, as usual, to cooperate with them, because they have equally joined the formidable team.
The RDC and RCCs and the deputies will concentrate on monitoring and supervision of government services delivery, while the assistant RDCs and RCCs will largely focus on patriotism, mobilization, and the fight against corruption. The new appointees will, in May 2024, undergo a 2-week induction course at NILE, Chankwanzi, as the minister issues guidelines to sensitize them as they prepare to take over their new roles. Okumaringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. During a youth dialogue meeting aimed at sharing the key challenges faced by the youth in Moyo district and in order to find solutions so as to keep the youth in the right path, youth have been urged to be organized if they're going to get support from the government. Okomo Dominic reports.
The meeting targeted the youth leaders from the 10 sub-counties and key offices within the district, which range from the office of the resident district commissioner, the local council 5 chairman, the speaker, and the office of the district community development officer to share the key challenges facing the youth in the district and find solutions so as to keep the youth at the right path. Mr. Sekama Julian, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Moyo, urged the youth within the district to be organized and lead by example if they want to get support from the government, saying the government offers a lot of support through different channels to the youth, but only to organized group of youths. He therefore implored the youth leaders in the district to be organized by forming up groups and lead by example so as to get support from the government.
Those forms of support are always there. They are always there. Not only from the president. The president has different channels through which he gives support. There's an office called ONC, Office of the National Chairman. That is most of the work that he does. If you look at what government is doing now, and most of the NGOs, by the way, when they are sharing with you, they will tell you, most of the programs are youth-centered programs.
Mr. Deliga Richard, the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer Global M, who doubles as the focal point person for the program strengthening youth participation in development and decision-making processes in Moyo and Obongi districts, said the dialogue meeting is meant to address some of the key challenges faced by the youth and is glad that the challenges were being resolved amicably.
And that's why today we are holding a district-level dialogue meeting between the youths, their leaders, and also the district authorities, where we invite the key stakeholders of the district that have direct attachment with the youth interventions. And today, we also invited all the youths, their leaders from the sub-counties, and we are here. They were able to dialogue on their challenges, what they have planned, and what they have achieved.
Honorable Bakole Agatha, the Deputy Speaker, Moyo District, lauded the youth leaders who are pushing for their youths to benefit from the Paris Development Model PDM, and also registered her disappointment to some youth who have already misused the money, saying they will make a follow-up on such people who misuse their money, adding that, according to reliable sources, government has disbursed more funds for running the program. However, some parish chiefs are still adamant about registering new groups to benefit from the program.
I will still express my gratitude to those of you who follow it and make sure that these youths get into the system and get this money. But I want to express my same disappointment, like my colleagues say. Some of these youths say this is government money. Government money, even if you eat it and not refund it, they will not arrest you. Take our information clear. We are coming.
Honorable Batio Joyce, the Secretary for Gender and Social Services, implored the youth to always seek for information and make necessary alarms so as to get what they want from their leaders instead of always lamenting on certain unrealistic issues, which does not help them.
I think it's always good for the leaders to demand. I think what is trying to weigh us down is complaint. You complain for yourself only, you see? I lack information. It must not be concealed. But if you don't demand, then no one will give you information.
Dama Sunday Emmanuel, the youth chairperson Dufele Sub-County who doubles as the youth general secretary Moyo District said the youths are being faced by inadequate funds, lack of transport and information, which has hindered the smooth running of the youth activities within the district.
The insufficient funds given to the council to support the activities. If you take more district, used to receive, the council used to receive 400,000. So that 400,000 is not enough to run all our activities in all these sub-counties, which are around 10.
Monzemai Rogers, the youth chairperson Laropi Sub-County, urged the office of the resident district commissioner to consider going to Laropi Sub-County for a fact-finding mission on the youth livelihood program, which is marred with a number of irregularities.
There are some youths, by the paper it says that they have received some money, but if you go on ground, they have not received that money. Yet we were told the process of youth livelihood is taking long because there were money given out. They have to first recover that money. But you are recovering money which you have not given to the youths.
The program, which started in August last year, is expected to end in May this year, is aimed at building the capacity of the youth on different developmental ideas so as to empower them for the different tasks ahead. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumu for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Aja Victor Adame, a 43-year-old Lukbarabai tribe, resident of Obichaku village, Logiri sub-county at Arua district, is currently being detained at Arua district police station for defrauding 35 staffs of Logiri Girls Secondary School of 35 million shillings in the month of September 2023. Take a look. The Territorial Police of Arua District has arrested and detained a suspected conman by the names of Aja Victor Adame, 43 years old, Lukbarabai tribe, resident of Obichako village, Logiri sub-county, Arua District, for defrauding staffs of Logiri Girls Secondary School 35 million shillings in the month of September 2023. It is alleged that Aja Victor Adame claimed to have been sent by the Ministry of Education and Sports as he approached the head teacher of Logiri Girls Senior Secondary School looking for qualified teachers who are not on the government payroll and those who are worthy of promotions such that they can be given schools as head teachers. The suspect later demanded for 1 million Uganda shillings from 31 teachers, 3 nurses and 1 lab attendant within the school in order to consider them for promotions to become head teachers and get on the government payroll. The West Nile Police spokesperson Josephine Anguchia is urging the general public to be vigilant against con men claiming to represent the Ministry of Education and Sports.
It's alleged that in the month of September 2023, the suspect went to the office of the head teacher, Logiri Girls Senior Secondary School in Arua District, and upon reaching HM's office, the suspect identified himself as a staff working with Honorable Minister of State for Higher Education, Dr. Muyingo John Rusesom. While in head teacher's office, he claimed that the Honorable Minister had sent him to Logiri Girls Senior Secondary School to look for qualified teachers who are not on government payroll and those who are worth promotions such that they can be given schools as head teachers. He further said that the best 4 students in senior 6 would be offered government sponsorship in any public university. It was found out that 31 teachers, 3 nurses and 1 laboratory attendant within the school desperately needed that service from the ministry. The suspect allegedly demanded 1 million Ugandan shillings from each of the 35 staffs in order to consider them for the promotion to become head teachers and also those who are not on government sponsorship to be considered on payroll, and that they will start receiving their monthly salaries from the government. However, upon receiving the money, the suspect stopped picking phone calls from the head teacher. He later on switched off his known mobile phone number, which he used for communicating with the HM, and this made the head teacher to suspect that this suspect would have defrauded the teachers. Accordingly, she reported to Arua for a Central Police Station at Odume and registered a case of obtaining money by false pretense worth 35 million Ugandan shillings on this same suspect. The OCCID Arua Vura District Detective ASP Kalinachi Jafari acted by opening a case of obtaining money by false pretense, and the suspect has been tracked with the help of police trackers in Entebbe, and finally he was arrested in Entebbe. After his arrest, he was transferred to Arua District Police Headquarters, where he is currently detained. An exhibit of 2 million Ugandan shillings was recovered from the suspect and kept at police as inquiries continue into the matter under Arua Vura CRB 78 of 2024. Such conmen are everywhere. There are people who are now desperately looking for money through dubious ways. Some pretend to be genuine people when they are not. So it's always important for the school administrators plus staffs to verify the authenticity of such people who purport themselves to be officials coming from the ministries. Properly, they should confirm and verify up to the ministry before involving themselves and their staffs in such dubious activities. Such conmen take advantage of desperate staffs who badly need promotions, who badly need to be on government payroll, and so on. So our staffs should be aware of this. It should be a lesson to other staffs elsewhere.
Aja Victor Adame is currently being detained at Arua District Police Station, awaiting presentation to court to face the law. Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. 500 youths from the local government units of Zombo, Arua City, Madiokolo, Nebi, and Pakwach have graduated from the Presidential Initiative Industrial Hub in Aka, Sub-County, Zombo District in the different components like tailoring, design, building and construction practice, carpentry and joinery, welding and metal fabrications, bakery and confectionery, and leather processing. Alfred Jawok reports.
In a bid to transform lives through skills empowerment, a presidential initiative, 500 youths from local government units of Zombo, Arua City, Madokolo, Nebi, and Pakwach, respectively, have graduated in different components like tailoring and design, building and construction practice, carpentry and joinery, welding and metal fabrications, bakery and confectionery, and leather processing. During the graduation ceremony held at the Presidential Initiative Industrial Hub in Aka Sub-County, Zombo District, Engineer Raymond A. Kamugisha, the Director, Presidential Projects and Industrial Hubs, encouraged the graduates to be ambassadors of change to communities through hand skills knowledge. According to Kamugisha, this should be an eye-opener to change narratives of people on government programs. He further said they have registered drastic improvement in enrollment of young people to acquire training through industrial hubs in the country. He tasked the resident district commissioners to be responsible for post-training of the graduates.
It's an initiative of the President of Uganda
General Museveni, and it started with Kampala skilling in 2018. But because he loves this country so much, he saw that many young people out there in villages or towns or in districts were not getting employment. So in his wisdom, in the last campaigns, he promised that he was going to, in the NRM manifesto, that he was going to skill the youth of this country. And delivering on his promise, the industrial hubs are here.
Sharon Chandiro, one of the graduates from Arua City who offered a tailoring course, narrated how successful she went through the training and now working to earn a living.
I came here last year in March. I was in the second intake. I came back. I went back last year in May. So, like right now, I'm doing my work with some madam of mine. I'm working under her soap. I'm very proud because right now I can do and make nice clothes, outfits, and I'm very proud I can make good uniforms for some schools, and I can make salts for some for some choirs. I'm very proud.
However, Dr. Sarah Esimo, the Minister for Education and Environment, Alur Kingdom, and lecturer Makere University, demanded government to continue retooling the graduates and expose them outside the country for other opportunities.
However, I would implore government to give a small package to these students to start.
Chalo ebedaro dom kende eyenyo efoi nyoke epenj government nia ya kare magibedok gidok kokoro kopiny moku magichopusa kokode.
Yes, when you choose to bury someone, you don't leave the legs outside. So I think government needs to give a package.
The State Minister for Planning, Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Obiga Kanya, who was the chief guest at the graduation ceremony, revealed that the government has introduced free education to all learners in primary and secondary schools to help vulnerable parents who cannot afford paying school fees in higher institutions of learning. He urged Ugandans to appreciate the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for eradicating poverty through hand skills, especially youths across the country.
The current trend and the current situation in the country and the future lies in this kind of skilling. So I want to congratulate you, the graduates, for having graduated in the 6 months, and some of you having graduated earlier. I want to congratulate you.
There are 19 presidential industrial hubs countrywide to fight against unemployment, poverty, among others. Among the dignitaries who attended the ceremony include His Majesty Philip Rauno Alker III, the King of Alur Kingdom, LC3 chairpersons, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
All candidates who are shortlisted for the interviews for the Uganda Police Probationer Police Constables are being informed that the interview exercise has been postponed till further notice. Senior Superintendent of Police Josephine Anguchia, the West Nile Police spokesperson, is warning the general public to remain calm and avoid conmen and masquerades with the false promises intended to defraud and unsuspecting members of the public. Take a look. All candidates who are shortlisted for interviews for the probationer police constables are being informed that the interview exercise has been postponed until further notice. The probationer police constables interviews were set to begin on the 22nd of April 2024, but have been postponed with communication that another date and program indicating when and where the interviews will take place will be communicated at a later date. This was revealed by the West Nile Police spokesperson, Senior Superintendent of Police Anguchia Josephine, during a press briefing at Arua Central Police Station in Arua City. Senior Superintendent of Police Anguchia Josephine has warned the general public to remain calm and avoid conmen and masquerades with false promises intended to defraud the unsuspecting members of the public.
We have received official communication from police headquarters about the postponement of professional police constable interviews, which were supposed to have started today, that's Monday, 22nd April 2024. The message says that this is to inform all candidates. The message informs all candidates who are shortlisted for interviews for the professional police constables that the interview exercise has further been postponed until further notice. Another date and program indicating when and where the interviews shall take place will be communicated later, and shall use all the media houses to pass the message about the next schedule for interviews. So we advise members of public to stay calm and avoid conmen and masqueraders with false promise intended to defraud the unsuspecting members of the public.
Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
A very good evening, viewers. You are most welcome for today's edition of NILE Sports News. Today is already 22nd of April and the year is 2024. We all know that a lot of things transpired in the world of sports over the weekend. Before we talk about European sports, let's first take a look at what has been transpired as far as West Nile sports is concerned. The women football has been taking place at Pangisa Ward in the City, and it came to an end yesterday where we saw BBSL emerging as the champions after beating Osusel by 2-0. Let's first take a look at the story before we proceed.
The 2 days Pangisa Women Football Tournament in Arua City final climaxes with the BBSL emerging as the overall champions after beating Osusel 2-0 in the final. The final took place yesterday, 21st of April 2024 at Highbar in San Siro, where BBSL, that was overall winner, was appreciated with a huge gold as the trophy plus some cars. Sabara Mariam, the team captain of BBSL, encourages ladies in the field of sports and says it's not all about skills but also about commitment.
I know being a winner is not something easy. It needs commitment, needs hard work and teamwork. So other ladies out there, I don't want you to give up. Football is not all about talent. It's all about not giving up. You should work hard. So also join us. Although we are limited, you should join us as women to play this. As the community around, the countrywide, we need support. We ladies, we need a lot of support. We have challenges, we face a lot, but we thank God. All we need from you guys is support.
Honorable Osoru Morin, Women Member of Parliament Arua City, thanked the organizers for this initiative and advises women not to only concentrate on kitchen work but come out in the field of sports and promise to extend support to them.
We come up also as women. Maria on the women football board here. Also, my magami from just soup. And the coaches, I'm proud of USKP. And the coaches also move. I mean, our reform. Continue to groom these women. Continue to support them. Or we get them out if you are not in the country. I'm out of the kitchen. Or you have a WhatsApp. I will always contribute. I come like this to witness. I want to find a year, Mardi, and let me ask you a year, and I ask you man Stingalo, our different mini, a manager's Kinadusi, at that Kuru, talent for Rubis.
Honorable Lomor Victor Bidal, Councillor Pangesa Apa and Deputy Speaker Arua Central Division says the purpose of organizing this tournament is to source talents amidst these ladies.
This is basically one to identify talent because I am looking at talent promotion. We have so many of our young people who have talent, but these talents are not identified, these talents are not promoted, these talents are not nurtured. So I decided to organize this match for the women particularly. One, to keep them busy. Two, to make sure that whatever they're involved in does not include criminal activities. So, one, I can report to you by saying that I have realized that there is a lot of talent that is wasted, a lot of talent that is not discovered. So this is basically for us to build friendship, for us to unite as people, as young people, as women, for us to get together and speak one language, and that language is love and unity. I can tell you, all the women who played football here, they did not even practice, they did not do anything. They just organized themselves, they put on their attires, and they went ahead and started playing.
Next will be a battle between the best players of Pangisa Ward up against the best players of Awendir Ward in a venue yet to be communicated, where the winner will return home with a ball. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nalka Sports News.
Away from that story of women football in Pangisa Ward and in Arua City, let's first take a look at what is transpiring in the world of Stanbic Uganda Cup. I can confirm to you the draws for the semi-finals of the Stanbic Uganda Cup has been released today, whereby Ball will be tussling it out with the NEC FC, the new entries into StarTimes Uganda Premier League. Meanwhile, on the other side, the only side from Regional League that has been left into the competition, I am talking about Pajule Lions. They will be tussling it out with the Chitara. Taking a look at how the quarterfinals transpired for Bull FC, the overcomer side called Kasasiro Boys. I'm talking about KCA in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, for Airtel Chitara, they also eliminated the holders. I'm talking about the Venoms. Normally, when I talk about the Venoms, know that I'm talking about the team of Vipers. And for Pajule Lions, they eliminated a side from West Nile region called the Pakwati Young Stars. Meanwhile, for NEC, they eliminated the runners-up of last season. I am talking about Police FC. Now it has advanced to the semi-finals, whereby the first leg of these games shall be played on 27th and 28th, and then the reverse fixtures shall take place on 4th and 5th of next month. I am talking about the month of May. Let's leave the stories within the region and also within the country of Uganda, and we jet to Europe and talk about FA Cup. The semi-finals also transpired over the weekend. The first semi-final was actually between Manchester City and the team of Chelsea, where we saw Manchester City edging out Chelsea by a goal to nil, courtesy of Bernardo Silva's goal. And then yesterday we saw Manchester United playing a draw with the team of Coventry in the normal time. Then in the extra time, not in the extra time, then in the penalty shootout, we saw Manchester United eliminated a side from Championship called Coventry. That means it will be Manchester affair in the finals. I mean, Manchester United will be tussling it out with the team of Manchester City. It will be the repeat of what transpired last season, and it was Manchester City that won it over their neighbors, Manchester United. Let's have a roundup of what transpired over the weekend in the top domestic leagues. Before we talk about English Premier League today, I want us to start from French League 1. By the way, the team Paris Saint-Germain, they are just a win away to clinch the title of French League 1 after overcoming Olympique Lyon over the weekend yesterday by 4-1. That means a win for them in their next fixture up against Le Havre. Will see them being crowned as the champions of French League 1. Right now, they are leading the table with 66, followed by AS Monaco with 55. Also in Italian Serie A, a win for Inter Milan tonight against their neighbors, AC Milan. We also see them clinching the Scudetto, the title of Italian Serie A. Right now, they are leading the table with 83 points. Meanwhile, the team of AC Milan is having something of 69 points. Its San Siro derby is taking place at San Siro, the home ground of AC. As I said earlier on, a win for Inter Milan tonight will see them being crowned as the champions of Scudetto. Before I give you what is transpiring in English Premier League, in German Bundesliga, we are all aware that it's already done. Bayer Leverkusen winning it, but they still want to maintain that clean record of going still unbeaten. Over the weekend, they had a game with Dortmund yesterday, and they got the equalizer late against Westfalen Stadion based club. It ended 1-1, and Bayern Munich matches, they are no longer into the competition. Still, they are winning for fun. We saw them beating the team Union Berlin by 5-1. In Spanish Primera Division, the team Los Blancos, Real Madrid, just like it is happening in French League 1, they are also a win away to clinch the title of Spanish Primera Division. A win for them this coming Friday up against Real Sociedad will see the team of Real Madrid winning Spanish Primera Division. And yesterday there was a very big clash in El Clasico, and we saw Real Madrid edging Barcelona at Santiago Bernabeu by 3-2. Right now, Real Madrid is leading the log with 81 points, followed by a certain Barcelona with 70 points. Let's finalize everything with what is happening in the famous league in Europe. I'm talking about English Premier League, whereby games were also played over the weekend. I may not be in position to give you all the results. Yesterday, we saw the team of Liverpool beating Fulham at Private Cottage by 3-1. And also, Manchester City, their game was postponed because they had engagement in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Arsenal, on the other side, beating a side called Wolves by 2-0. That means the title race in the league is still on, and Arsenal tomorrow will be taking on the team of Chelsea. This game will be played at Emirates Stadium. It will be a London derby, and also at the same time, a win for Leicester City tomorrow against the team of Southampton will see them getting the promotion back to English Premier League. With that, I'm saying we have come to the closer of today's edition of NILE Sports News. It has been me, Benson Pastore, always bringing it for you. Let's link up again tomorrow. Still, I will be the one in front of the camera to give you what continues to transpire in the world of sports. Have the best of your moments.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. And that, viewer, marks the end of the Nilecast on Union West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast on Union West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that